Can you hear the ducks? It's Monday again, and we're getting ready to lay out all the cardboard, but first I'm gonna let these ducks out. They're so cute and so fun. Come on, bud. We're gonna run out to the garden where my kids, the girls, Stella and Olive, the girls spent time out here this weekend spreading the straw around. So it's all pretty even. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just get it wet, and then I'm gonna lay all the cardboard down. That's what I'm up to now, is just getting everything wet, then spreading the cardboard, then we'll get the cardboard wet and spread some more straw.
Mommy.
What? I'm gonna go change my shoes. I'm wearing my Birkenstocks and I'm getting like straw and stuff poking me. So I'm gonna go change my shoes. I'll be right back. So I spread all the cardboard that we have, and I only got about a third of the garden covered. What we're gonna do now is we're going to get it really wet, and then we're going to spread straw on top of it. That will just kind of weigh it down even further and keep it in place. The kids are home from school, the girls are home from school, and they're kind of helping me, and we're just gonna get as much done as we can tonight, and then I'm looking for more cardboard. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I laid all of the cardboard on Monday. You can't see it, but it's that section right there. I've covered it with straw. I've got the sprinkler going to keep everything damp and from flying away, because Tuesday was crazy, Wednesday was crazy. Thursday, when I came outside and was ready to spread the straw over the cardboard, it was a crazy windy day, and the cardboard was everywhere. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this on my channel yet, since I just started making these videos, but we actually rent this property. And I'm super embarrassed when things are messy. I'll try not to mention when things are messy. That's something I'm working on, but like, it just crushed me. I came outside and saw garbage, essentially, just cardboard all over the place. And I felt so terrible that I hadn't just gotten the job done when I started it. And so I've learned a few lessons doing this. And number one is don't start unless if you have time to finish. Doing it in sections. Number two, doing it in sections is okay, but finish the section before you leave the project. The best thing to do that I've learned in this process, and I'll do it differently next time, I will not lay any cardboard until I'm ready to put straw on top of it and can keep it wet. That's where we are right now. I've got the sprinkler going. I'm probably gonna leave it running several hours a day just to keep things really wet. We're on a well here, which is really nice, and allows us to use water a little bit more freely than when we lived in town and had to pay a city utility to use the water. That said, I don't want to use the water irresponsibly, but for right now, we do need to keep it running just to keep things damp so that they don't blow around. I I wanted to also point out these poles over here. I'll get you a close-up shot. We went up to our family property on Monday night and my husband went and gathered all these poles that we are planning to use to build our raised beds. Right now, my plan is actually kind of changing because initially I was planning on building raised beds out of 2x8s by 8s and cutting them down to 2x8 by 4s and making 4x4 square beds. But we're gonna be using these awesome poles of lumber from the family property, which is going to make it that much more special, but it's also going to be great because these are going to decompose over time and just continue to add to the awesome soil that we're growing here. I thought I'd show you guys inside our little feeder here. That's kind of what it looks like inside. I'm just going to fill that up right now. We use Purina Leina feed. Gives us pretty good shells. Now this is tricky. Flip that big bag over. Now this size tote will hold one whole bag of food. So I've been really happy with that feeder. The only thing I will say is that we did get mice in it this winter, and I'm not sure exactly how they got in. Obviously they got in through the holes, but I'm not sure how they scaled the bucket to get in the holes because the holes are high enough up that they shouldn't have been able to get in there. We've been really happy with that. It was a pretty affordable kit. I'll link it down below. And we just took our own tote and hooked it all up. So actually that was like a recycled, we used to have Christmas stuff in it. So kind of funny, you can take really any tote. What I wish I had was a clear tote so that I could see the level and also just see anything that's gotten in there. So, but for right now, we're just using what we had and pretty cheap way to get a waterproof, protected, awesome feeder for your ducks. All right, well that's it for this week. Next week, we will continue to lay sheet mulch, we'll lay more cardboard and more straw. And if all goes to plan, we're gonna get started on building the raised beds out of that lumber. Super excited about that step. We also plan to put in some arch trellises back over here for pumpkins. We're gonna have a little pumpkin patch over there. So in the next week or two, you should see the garden start to take a bit more shape and see its form come together. I'm really excited for that. I hope you'll stick around, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those updates, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.